This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back now to an update on an animal abuse investigation in Sarasota County. A man faces animal cruelty charges after Sarasota County Animal Services deputies found 14 malnourished dogs locked in cages. The dogs are now recovering from a range of illnesses at various shelters across the Suncoast. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us live now with more on the investigation and these dogs' conditions. Christopher.
Good evening, Haley. 4 of those 14 dogs are recovering in this Animal Services building behind me. According to authorities, the man who was arrested was trying to teach the dogs to hunt. The dogs look scared. One has visible cuts near her eye. But believe it or not, these dogs actually look better than they did when they first came in here.
They're suffering from malnourishment, obviously, heartworm, hookworm, whipworm. So there's things that need to be treated.
The Sarasota Sheriff's Office investigated this home on March 6th, going off a tip they received. Lieutenant Daniel Tutko responded.
There was a dog in the front yard that was tethered without proper water and shelter, and then there was some other dogs that were being kept in metal crates.
These dogs were found in the back of a pickup truck. Look closely. You can see them looking out. Sheriff's deputies say this is the man responsible, 46-year-old Ivan McCullum. 14 dogs in total were rescued from his home, 10 were sent out to other shelters to be treated, and 4 are in Sarasota Animal Services building.
I really believe he got in over his head and he wasn't able to keep up with the animal's care.
McCullum allegedly told deputies the dogs were being trained to hunt. At least 2 dogs are owned by other people who trusted McCullum to train and take care of them.
Why? I mean, that's the first thing. And why would somebody want to keep them? The most humane thing to do would be to give them to an animal shelter.
Chris Hobson lives in Sarasota and has 2 dogs of his own.
There's really no excuse for that, and you wonder about the mentality of the person who does that.
For Lieutenant Tutko, with only 1 year on the job at Animal Services, he's never seen anything like this.
It reminded me of one of those commercials where you see these dogs suffering, and it actually, hit home.
All of the dogs are expected to make healthy recoveries, although Lieutenant Tutko told us that some of the dogs may have lasting effects. For McCullum, he was released from jail. We did reach out to speak to him today, but did not hear back. Live in Sarasota, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. New details tonight on a boating accident that claimed the life of Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission just released its final report that finds Fernandez was drunk and speeding when he drove a boat into a jetty last September, killing him and 2 of his friends. Toxicology tests show Fernandez had consumed alcohol and cocaine shortly before the crash. His blood alcohol level was well above the marker for impaired driving, and the boat was traveling more than 65 miles an hour when it slammed into the rocks. Now to a developing story involving Florida's death penalty system. The top prosecutor for Orlando says she will no longer seek the death penalty. State Attorney Aramis Ayala announced today she will no longer seek the death penalty in first-degree murder cases after conducting a review. One of the biggest cases immediately affected by Ayala's decision is that of Markeith Lloyd. Lloyd is accused of fatally shooting his pregnant ex-girlfriend in December and then an Orlando police lieutenant in January. The state attorney says there is no evidence of improved public safety for citizens or law enforcement with the death penalty, and that such cases are costly and drag on for years.
I will continue to hold people who do harm to this community accountable for their actions. I will do so in a way that is sensible, fair, and just.
The state attorney's decision comes just days after Governor Rick Scott signed a bill requiring a unanimous jury recommendation before the death penalty can be imposed. Governor Rick Scott, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and several other Republican state lawmakers are denouncing Ayala's death penalty decision. The lawmakers hastily called a news conference today following her decision that her office will no longer seek the death penalty in any cases. The Ninth Circuit covers Orange and Osceola counties. In separate statements, Bondi called the decision dangerous and a blatant neglect of duty, while Governor Scott said Ayala should immediately recuse herself from the Markeith Lloyd case. When Ayala refused to recuse herself, Governor Scott removed her from the case and reassigned it to State Attorney Brad King. The Sarasota Police Department is hoping to expand its fleet of golf carts. The Downtown Improvement District recently gave the police department a $9,000 grant to buy this street-legal golf cart. It's gas-powered and includes seat belts and turn signals. Volunteer ambassadors with SPD use the golf cart to patrol neighborhoods like Gillespie Park, the Rosemary District, and Burns Court.
It's a visible vehicle. It allows them to get in and out quickly, maneuver small areas quickly. It allows them to go out, be a part of the community, support the police department by volunteering, answer questions for people in the community.
The Volunteer Ambassador Group would like another golf cart to patrol St. Armand's Circle and greet visitors. And it's a nice day to be out there in a golf cart or on the golf course. Let's head over to Bob.
Yeah, in the afternoon it wouldn't have been bad. This morning, if you had early tee time, it was a cold one to start things off. I didn't see any area for golf bags in the back of that cart either. Anyway, Lakewood Ranch webcam showing clear skies at Lakewood Ranch. You can see nothing to show you as far as clouds go, but a little bit of a breeze out there. It was cold this morning. A low temperature officially at the airport, 39 degrees, and a wind chill at 34. Right around 7 o'clock this morning. And that temperature didn't warm up much. 61, the high, actually in the low 60s today. Currently the temperature is 61. The dew point is extremely low at 23. We have a north wind at 8. The winds are starting to come down, but the pressure continues to rise, and that's a good sign. It'll keep skies clear all the way through 11 o'clock. Temperatures dropping down, though, into the upper 40s. And with a little bit of a wind this evening, it's going to feel pretty cool to cold as the sun sets. More on the weekend weather forecast in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Another setback today for President Trump's travel ban version 2.0. A federal judge in Maryland has rejected the revised measure that bans travel targeting 6 predominantly Muslim countries. The American Civil Liberties Union and other groups representing immigrants argued that the ban discriminates against Muslims, and the judge agreed. Yesterday, a federal judge in Hawaii also rejected the ban. The judge even using President Trump's own words to reach that decision.
When President Trump says it's a watered-down version, the problem is if you want to take his words literally, he's effectively saying, yeah, the same purpose behind the first one exists. And so the court is saying, well, we can now use that against you.
President Trump calls the rulings judicial overreach and vows to take the fight all the way to the Supreme Court. The Justice Department says the travel ban falls within the president's, quote, lawful authority to protect our nation's security. In all, more than a half dozen states are trying to stop the ban. From talks of building a wall to a recent crackdown on illegal immigration, President Donald Trump has promised to tighten border security. Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, an exclusive interview with a family who came to the Suncoast from Mexico illegally. They are part of an estimated 11 million people who immigrated illegally to the United States. While many are concerned about Trump's policies, he's not the first president to crack down on illegal immigrants. According to the Department of Homeland Security, President George W. Bush's administration deported just more than 2 million illegal immigrants during his time in office, and President Obama's administration deported 2.5 million. Many accuse illegal immigrants of stealing American jobs and increasing crime rates, but the family we spoke to says that's not the case.
We just want to work peacefully. Like, we're just trying to survive, to have a better life for us and for our children.
You can hear the rest of their story tonight on ABC7 News at 7. More than a dozen local groups and nonprofit organizations are getting a financial boost thanks to a fundraising effort by the Venice Golf and Country Club. The club handed out more than $40,000 in checks yesterday. The club has been accepting donations for the past year to help out various groups, everything from Big Brothers Big Sisters to Southeastern Guide Dogs.
Well, we here in the Venice Golf and Country Club recognize that we are blessed to be in this kind of community. And we also know that we are in a larger community here in the Venice area. And these agencies do the fine work charitable work in our community. So this is just one small effort.
Over its 12-year history, the country club has raised $400,000 for local groups on the Suncoast. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a protest organized by Florida mothers. Why this group is upset over IKEA's breastfeeding policies and how the retailer is handling their complaints. That's next.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
Or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small.
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
In the era of medicines and high-tech medical interventions, how could human touch help? Well, when the patient is a premature baby. With more, here's ABC News senior medical contributor, Dr. Timothy Johnson.
A new life brings joy, but for some that joy comes a little earlier than expected and comes with the medical problems of prematurity. Preemies born before full term often can't be cradled in a parent's arms. These delicate babies spend their time round the clock in intensive care units with no opportunity to feel a caring touch. Now a new study suggests that the type of touch a preemie experiences can influence their long-term brain activity and how they process all their senses. Being born prematurely is often linked to decreased brain response to touch, something that can continue even after the babies go home, likely tied to the extent of their brain development. But this study also suggests that preemies that were cuddled or had skin-to-skin contact, supportive, caring caresses, elicited stronger brain responses than those who had more painful stimuli, medically needed needle sticks and procedures. It would seem that supportive touch is essential to ensuring that these babies develop better socially and emotionally later in life. That touch has a transformative power that can last a lifetime, especially for those who are the tiniest among us. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
And now we'll head over to Bob with a look at our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. It's been a cold one. Finally, though, a chance to wear some sweaters and jackets. Last time it was this cold was back in January 8th. It's been an unusually warm winter here along the Sun Coast. We've had the 4th warmest winter so far, and records have been kept over 100 years. So this little chill is not too bad. It's not going to really change things much. Chilly again tonight. Warmer St. Patrick's Day, though. We're looking for temperatures to be back into the low 70s, and a beautiful and dry weekend ahead. Lakewood Ranch webcam. Hardly any clouds around at all. Clear skies, and that's a result of a large area of high pressure which continues to dominate our weather and will do so for the upcoming weekend and beyond. And it looks like the satellite and radar picture not showing much. We'll watch this little high-level cloudiness here associated with some energy in the upper level of the atmosphere stream in our direction, but will not be a big player as far as the weather goes tomorrow. Future winds, they have been strong, but they're lessening, and they continue to do so tonight. They'll be out of the north and northeast anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour, and then we'll see that similar conditions throughout the day tomorrow. So it should be another outstanding afternoon. We will see a rather chilly start, though. Temperatures will be down into the low 40s at around 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Right now it's 61 degrees at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. And I want to show you this humidity at 23%. You don't get that much. It was 18% just an hour ago. We have a north wind at 8 and the pressure at 30.28, and that continues to rise. And the high today did manage to get to 63. That was it. 39 was the morning low, and 57 is the average. Our record, we were only 3 degrees shy of it. 36 degrees set back in 1932. And no rainfall to report. The Sarasota-Bradenton Airport rainfall gauge, which is an automated system there, has been having problems. So right now the closest place, the Ringley Museum, at 0.64 of an inch of rainfall, still below average, over 3 inches for the year here along the Sun Coast. 59 in Jacksonville, 65 in Orlando, 70 now in Miami, and temperatures around the coast into the low 60s all the way down into Venice. Now the Gulf water temperature at 69. At one point last week, this Gulf water temperature was at 75 degrees, so it's starting to chill out. Sebring at 65 and 67 in Arcadia. Lows tonight about 3 to 5 degrees warmer than they were this morning. Northport, you'll be at 40. Same in Mayaca City. Venice right around 45, 43 in Sarasota. So you get the picture. Still a rather chilly night and a cold start to tomorrow morning, but we will warm back in the low 70s, still below average for Friday afternoon. The reason why we're going to warm up is this large area of high pressure will shift off to the east a little bit, so that will bring us more of an east to northeasterly wind component, and that always has a tendency to warm us up. But here comes another front, but notice all the rain associated with it runs into this dry air, and then it just fades away. The front two will not make its way all the way through. Temperatures currently 30s and 40s across much of the northeast and throughout the Great Lakes. But look at this big warm up. Denver now at 75. You imagine skiing out there for spring skiing or late winter skiing. 73 in Albuquerque. It's 90 in Phoenix, 66 in Los Angeles. Now, wind chill's not a big factor today as the winds are lessening somewhat over the Great Lakes and the Northeast, but still very chilly weather there. The dry air I mentioned is in place, and all of it is kind of west of us, and that will continue to stream overhead, so we're anticipating no threat of any rainfall over the upcoming days. Well, here's a look now at the boating forecast. East winds at 15 knots. Seas will be running right around 2 feet. That'll start the day off, and then we'll subside to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. A moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. And as far as the tides go, here they are. Sarasota Bay, low tide at 10:49. And sunset will be at 7:39 tonight. The forecast for the next 7 days. St. Patrick's Day looks good. 73 for a high. 75 on Saturday. Sunday looks good too. Those are 2 great days. What a way to wind up winter with. Mid-70s and sunshine. Haley?
Pretty nice. Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Drivers are seeing congestion northbound along I-75 from State Road 72 all the way up to State Road 64. A group of mothers in Florida are in a fight with IKEA over the retailer's breastfeeding policies. A group of moms and their babies gathered at the IKEA in Sunrise, Florida today to meet with store representatives on their open family policy. The event was organized just a few days after an incident with a customer and a mom. She was shopping at the store on Tuesday with her 5-month-old daughter, and she says just as she began to breastfeed, an announcement came over the store's PA system directing breastfeeding moms to a bathroom. After talking with the store manager, confusion was cleared up, and it became clear the announcement plays on a loop was not directed toward her. But it did spark this conversation between moms and IKEA.
If they're sending out a feeding message, that it be done correctly. You know, they don't want to send one out, that's fine. Since they are sending one out, that basically it be done correctly, that it be all inclusive for all mothers.
IKEA says they welcome breastfeeding moms in their stores, but also provide a family room for those who wish to feed in private. Entertainment news is next.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Kendall Jenner's Hollywood Hills home has apparently been hit by crooks. According to TMZ, Jenner called police early this morning when she realized about $200,000 worth of jewelry was missing. The reality TV star left her home around noon and on Wednesday and then came back in the evening. According to detectives, there was no sign of forced entry at the home. Police have not released a description of possible suspects. Demi Lovato is celebrating 5 years of sobriety. The 24-year-old singer celebrated with an Instagram post with a caption that says, "It's been quite the journey, and so many times I wanted to relapse, but sat on my hands and begged God to relieve the obsession." Lovato's personal struggles have been well documented. In 2010, she left a tour with the Jonas Brothers and entered rehab for an eating disorder and self-mutilation. She has also said that she used drugs and alcohol to self-medicate. Chelsea Clinton's new children's book has a sharply worded title. The book is called She Persisted. It comes out on May 30th. In the book, Clinton honors 13 American women who never take no for an answer, including Harriet Tubman, Sonia Sotomayor, and Oprah Winfrey. She Persisted will also feature a special and unidentified cameo, presumably of Clinton's mother, Hillary Clinton.
Something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined.
Today is the day Disney fans have been waiting for years. Starting tonight, Beauty and the Beast is playing at pretty much all movie theaters across the Suncoast. The live-action take on the Oscar-winning animated film is expected to make big bucks in the box office. Emma Watson plays Belle and is taken prisoner by a beast in his castle, played by Dan Stevens. I already bought my ticket several days ago, so I am ready for this weekend. I'm very excited. We'll be right back.